Hello, beautiful people. I thought I would jump in real quick before I leave. I'm gonna braid this half of my head real quick. Um, oh my God. Yesterday, as you all know, I went back to work. I have a job now. I went in at 6 a.m. yesterday, and I didn't get off until 9:30 p.m. Like that had me reevaluating some things in my life because I'm like, I am 54 years old and no, ma'am, no, sir, I should not be working hours like that. No. So, anyway, I'm trying to reset this morning. I'm off today. I'm trying to do a reset. Um, I have a doctor's appointment today. Please make sure y'all go to the doctor on a regular basis. Like, please go to the doctor. Don't try to Google search. Don't try to heal yourself. Find a doctor. Now, the doctor I go to is more of a holistic type of doctor because I don't like to take medicines. Like I have to take high blood pressure medicine. Okay, but we're working on it. But I go to like a holistic type of doctor. So I'm going to see him today. I haven't been to him, that particular doctor, in a while. So I made a list of things that I need to talk about. Good morning. Don't work too hard. Oh my God. Gee, let me tell you. Like I said, I went into work. As you all know, I went back to work, whatever. And I went in at 6 a.m. and I didn't get off of work until 9:30 p.m. When I got off and I was driving home, I said I have to reevaluate some things in my life because I'm in my 50s and I don't need to be working hours like that. Like that's ridiculous. Like I can't even think back over my life when I first started working at 15 if I have ever worked that long during the day. And here I am 50 working these hours like anyway, that's something that I am really seriously thinking about because I can't do it. But anyway, I thought I would just jump on. Like I said, I have an appointment, a doctor's appointment at 11 o'clock. Please make sure y'all go to the doctor, get them to do blood tests, see where your iron levels are, if you're diabetic, if you're have high blood pressure, if your heart isn't beating, maybe you have an irregular heartbeat. Get those things checked out on a regular basis. I'm in my 50s. I'm going through menopause. Let's be honest here, okay? I'm going through menopause. That's one of the things that I'm going to talk to my doctor about today. I can Google search it. I can talk to other women about it. Yes, yes, yes. I can do all those things, but I just want to see what he has to offer. A medical doctor, a holistic medical doctor. What can, yes, he's a man. Okay. But still, I need to figure this whole menopause thing out. Because this is new for me. Like you don't go through it until you're in it, right? You don't go through menopause until you in it. And I found out that it's different for everybody. Everybody has different symptoms, different ways of handling things. And yeah, I just need to figure out how to deal with it on my end because you are right. It is a long day, too long for me. So I feel like menopause is creeping up more and more and more because I get hot flashes. Okay. I get hot flashes. I feel different. I don't know if it's at mid 50 where you start to shift and change, but my body feels different. And so I'm just trying to figure out I'm trying to figure out how to move in this new body, in this new menopause body that I have. Okay. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Oh my God. Anyway, today is a beautiful day here in North Carolina. It's nice and sunny. The weather is perfect. Um, and they say it's supposed to get up to the high 80s today, which is great. And yes, menopause, gee, menopause is, I don't even have a word to describe it. I don't. Now I know, when you were younger in your 20s and 30s, and women who went through menopause, they may have been women that you worked with. They all of a sudden breaking out in sweat. They talking about, oh, I'm having hot flashes. Oh, this is going on. Oh, I can't lose weight. Um, oh, my body feels stiff. It's just on and on and on. So, yeah. I mean, just like with anything in life, you have to try to get used to the new space that you're in or the new body that you're in. And you have to learn how to do something different. That's all. I have to learn how to do something different now that I'm in this phase of my life. Yeah. Now that I'm in this phase of my life. Yeah. So, but put my braids in. This is my go-to hairstyle right now. Two braids. I usually do a part in the middle or a part in the side. You see how fast it took me to braid it up. I put a little band on the back. I put a little foundation on my earrings, and I'm out the door, y'all. I don't. Maybe it's the age thing, or maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me and how I am. But like to put. I don't like to put a lot of time in my hair, makeup, getting dressed, going in the store. Like I have to know, I have to write a list now and go in, especially when I go clothes shopping. When I go clothes shopping, I like to go in and I like to go out. Now, when I go in the grocery store, I do like to wander around in the aisles a little bit to find new products, to new, natural products. So I do that. But as far as other things, like I like for things to be simple and easy, very easy, very simple, um, very free, very light, very calming, peaceful. That's the space that I'm in right now. That's where I'm in. Hey D, 53 and no idea what you are going through. I had a partial hysterectomy years ago. I hope I never go through menopause. I hope you don't either. I hope you never go through menopause. It creeps up on you though. It's like, okay, when you first start going through menopause, you don't really know you're going through it because you kind of like, I feel a little hot. Like, is it hot? You be asking people, is it hot in here to you? Like, do you feel hot? Like, I don't know. All of a sudden, I feel hot. That's how it kind of creeps up on you. Just that little that. And then all of a sudden, when you a year later or 2 years later, you be like, oh, it is hot as hell up in here. Like I feel like I'm gonna burn up, like I'm going through menopause. So it starts like that, a little bit of I'm hot, nobody else is hot, it's kind of like let's turn up the AC just a little bit. Yeah. So that's the start of menopause. And another thing I noticed is that my emotions be kind of like all over the place. Like I'd be up, I'd be down. I might snap at you for a second and then I'm nice. I'm like a Sour Patch Kid. You know that commercial? You sweet, and then all of a sudden you just like ah, and then you're kind of like, oh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said that. That's yeah, girl. I had a dream that I was pregnant. I think it was more of a nightmare. Oh. We change as we get older. Doing things in an easier way is good. Yeah. You had a dream that you was pregnant. I think it was more of a nightmare. I know, right? When I first I had to have a hysterectomy, and the night before I went into my surgery, I dreamt that I was pregnant and I had the baby, And but it wasn't really a baby, it was blood like everywhere. Like blood was just gushing out. And I got scared. I was scared as I don't know what when I went in for my surgery. And I told the doctor my dream. And I said, I had a dream the night before that, I had a baby and it was blood everywhere, everywhere. And she was like, don't worry about it. We're going to take real good care of you. So, yeah, that was a weird dream. Right the day before I was going in to have my hysterectomy. Yeah, I didn't have a full hysterectomy. I had a partial hysterectomy. So I still go through menopause. Yeah. Um, yeah, so but yeah, my emotions kind of be up and down, up and down. So I'm trying to find ways to deal with that because I feel like I could snap on you at any minute, and then I just kind of hold it back. So that's part of menopause. I believe it is. I read the symptoms, and they say that's one of it. One of the um, one of the symptoms. And of course, hot flashes are really, really bad. I already sleep with the AC on at night. I turn the AC on at night and I sleep with a fan on. But I've always slept with a fan on because I like the noise of the fan. But now that I'm going through menopause, like I turn it up high, real high. Menopause is good for us. Yes, these are all the symptoms. Be very careful with your emotions, Fatima, when you are entering maturity with ease. Yes. Yes. Oh my God. This is going to be a mess, but oh Lord, I'm going to start journaling my symptoms of menopause. And maybe this is something I could pass on to my girls because one day they are going to go through this and they are going to be trying to figure it out just like I am. So I think I'm gonna have a menopause journal since I'm just starting. I think that would be good for me. That would be good for me if I could just write down, every day. Like today, I felt like today I was craving. And I think this has something to do with menopause too. I was craving like bread, sweets, and stuff like that. And so that's something I can journal. I think that's part of menopause. I had a hot flash. This is how I dealt with it. And this is how I was feeling at that time. So yeah. So it's like PMS. Yes, PMS is very much the same. I'm trying to think back when I first started my menstrual cycle. And did I have a lot of it was so long ago. Oh my God, I can't even think back that long. I don't think I had so PMS. Um, did I have a lot of symptoms when I was going emotional? I mean, I was a young girl. I was young when I started my menstrual cycle. I probably was I was young when I started. Maybe I want to say 13, 14, 13, 12, 12, between 12 and 14. I started my menstrual cycle, so I don't remember. I don't remember. You was 10. Oh, wow, that's young. You know what? 10, 10, 10. I can't even think back that far. I think it was about 12 when I started mine. And um it's sort of like my mom kind of told me something about a little bit about it. And I remember her buying me pads because that's when I mean, this is honest talk. She bought me the pads, and back in the day, it was those thick, long pads where she used to buy me, and you had to be careful because when you put them on, you might see it poke out the back underneath you in the back of your pants, girl. I don't know. I remember that. I remember wearing thick, long pads, and that's all I knew for the longest time was thick, long pads. until I started hanging out with my friends and stuff, and I would see these little pads, and I was like, huh, oh, I didn't know they had that. So this is why they call it change of life. Yes. So yeah, I remember that. I remember um having accidents in school when I was in my menstrual cycle. So when my daughters came along, I made sure I was very thorough in teaching them what to do when they start their menstrual cycle. Like I talk to them because it's something that I missed. I missed when I was young. So I had a long talk with them about what to do. This is what you do. I even made sure they kept pads in a little bag, in their book bag, a change of clothes, underwear, pants. I mean, I had deodorant, powder at that time when everybody was using baby powder down there, powder, deodorant, um, wipes. Girl, I had my girls; they were locked and loaded when it was time for them, because I know that that was something that was missed when I was, that age growing up. I wasn't really taught that. I remember the little belt that you attach to the pad. My goodness, right? I know, right? I know. Oh my God. So yeah. So it wasn't. Yeah. But yeah, my girls were ready. Like I made sure that they were ready, and they tell me those stories. Like I go and visit, and they'll start talking about that. Like, Mama, I remember when you made sure we had powder, wipes, deodorant. She said, my daughters be like, I think we were the only ones that had a change of clothes, underwear. Yeah, so yeah, it was funny, but yeah, it's just the things that women go through, even with you know, my hysterectomy. I had a hysterectomy because I was bleeding very heavy. I had started like bleeding like very bad. I'd be at work and blood would just gush. I'd be walking or I sit down and all of a sudden I know this is a TMI. I know this is TMI. But I was walk or sit down and a gush of blood would just push out. And I was like, what is going on? So I went to the doctor and they said I had fibroids. I had fibroids in my uterus, and I could either get the fibroids removed or just have a hysterectomy. I didn't really educate myself at that time about hysterectomy or fibroids. So I just said, just do the hysterectomy. But now that I think back, I probably would have educated myself more about fibroids, the process, maybe natural ways of trying to get rid of fibroids or healing the body, instead of having a hysterectomy now that I look back on things. But me too, a gush of fluid. I had to use baby Pampers. Yes, girl. Oh my God. At one time, I was looking at the Depend, the Depends and stuff. Girl, I was over there looking at those. Like, it was really bad. Like I could just be normal, just moving around. Then all of a sudden it's like and blood would be everywhere. Everywhere. So yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a good talk too. It's realistic. It's real life. If we don't talk about these things, then I think younger women, I think if we talk more about these things, I think younger women will feel comfortable and or other women will feel comfortable talking about these things also, right? It's a lot of things that as women that we don't discuss or talk about. So, and we need to be more open about it, have a little sister community. Yes, the belt was, you say, gee, yes, the belt was crazy. Those thick, long pads. Yes. Oh my God. Those, ooh. Yes, that's one thing that I remember. That's one thing that I do remember. Those thick, long pads. Oh gosh. And you kind of pull it up in the front, pull that pad up, keep pulling it up in the front so it won't be sticking out in the back. Yes, Lord. Then you pull it up too much, and then it's girl, I remember all of that. Yes. Yeah. I remember I had to wear because I used to wear dresses. I was a dress type of girl growing up. I love dresses. So when I got older, like teenagers, when I was on my period, I would wear skirts, like jean skirts and stuff like that, which was easier than wearing pants while you were on wearing those thick pads, right? So, but I remember in high school, there was girls that would come over their menstrual cycle and they mess up their pants. You'll see their sweaters or their jackets tied around their waist. Y'all remember that? Because accidents will happen. So yeah, my mom didn't talk to me about this. I bled one day. I was scared because I had read a book. Yeah. Yeah, not maybe it was the generation that my mom grew up in, but she didn't really have a conversation. It was like, okay, here goes some pads. Um, Basically, you on your own. Here's some pads. Change out your pads. And I didn't even have a conversation about how many times a day you should change your pad. Like how often should I be changing my pad? Just make sure you change your pad. As far as cleaning, taking a shower, making sure you're fresh throughout the day, all of that stuff matters. Like that matters. Like, it really do. So, I had to learn it. I had to learn it on my own because I just didn't get the information. Not saying that my mom didn't care or she didn't love me or anything like that. It's just maybe it was her generation. You just figure it out on your own. But yeah, so yeah, that was that. Um, yeah, so that was a long time ago. But now this menopause is kicking my butt, and it's just another phase of life I have to go through. It is what it is. Well, I am going to get off and get myself together. This is a great conversation. Yeah, it's a real conversation, isn't it? It's real. It is definitely real. Yes, yes. The first time you have your period, the first time you notice your breasts are growing in, the first time, we can have a whole lot of conversations. The first time you started seeing hair, the first time you started, it's a whole, yeah. The first time you kissed, the first time you had sex, the first time, girl, there's always a first time in everything that we do, right? There's always a first time. And sometimes the first time that you go through something, you don't do it right. So you learn from it. You learn from it. And then what you learn, you pass on to other people. Like, don't do it this way. Or don't do that. You might want to try something different. So yeah, the first time you have a baby, there's always a first time. Always a first time. I don't know when I started, probably about 7. I probably was about 7, about that age, yeah. So, mhm, yeah. It's always a first time for everything. So, like this menopause, this is a first time for me. So now that I'm more mature, more grown, I need to educate myself. I need to learn more about it. I need to figure out what works for me instead of just jumping into it, be like, oh, well, this is just how it is. Oh, well, like I'm going to try to get this part right in my life. Have a good day at work and don't make it a long day. Thank you. Yes, I'm off today and I'm off tomorrow. I go back Friday, work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I plan to work my hours and get the heck out of there. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Believe me, I was a hot mess back in the day. I think I have grown. Okay. I was a hot mess. All right. Yeah. I hope y'all have a good day and I will see y'all later. Bye.